Hey guys, what's up? Broken Note back again with another Showdown battle. This one was requested by Purd, the Purd man himself. It's gonna be a battle where I use my Murkrow and won. So, and also it's an OU battle, and I use my Eviolite Murkrow and won. So we're just gonna jump right into it and just see what happens. All right. So this is my Mono Dark team, or an old one that I had. So he leads with a Klefki, I lead with my Malamar. He's going to start setting up his spikes. In the meanwhile, I'm going to be setting up my dual screens. My current Malamar is an all-out attacker. This was just a test build when Gen 6 was first coming up. So I'm going to go into the superpower. It does almost half his health with neutral damage, so that's not bad. The contrary is going to give me the stab boost. He's going to switch into his Dragalge. Presumably, he was hoping for the Poison Touch to go off with this switch so that he could get that residual damage off. And fortunately for him, he does. So I'm going to be poisoned. That's going to be killing my Malamar because this build has no health recovery whatsoever. So Light Screen's going to wear off. I'm not really too concerned with that. I'm going to Superpower. Then my Reflect's going to wear off. So he goes into his Excadrill. He's gonna go for the Earthquake with my 3 stages of defense. I'm gonna tank that though. Gonna set up another Reflect, just get that damage even lower. Get as little damage, start taking as little damage as I can. He goes for another Earthquake. I go for the Superpower, gonna kill because of the weakness plus the ridiculous stat boost. So next I'm gonna take the poison damage, getting really down to the wire on that damage. He's gonna switch to his Greninja. Gonna U-turn. The Reflect's gonna save my ass on that one. That was 4 times super effective. Would have killed without the Reflect. Gonna go for the Superpower. Kill the Klefki. Get the stat boost. Fully boosted, but it's gonna die as soon as it gets the full stat boost. So I'm gonna go into my Bisharp. He's gonna go into his Avalugg. Gonna go for the Substitute, but he's gonna go for the Curse and start setting up on me. I'm gonna go for the Swords Dance, I believe here. Try to get that damage as high as I can because Avalugg's got pretty high physical defense, especially for an Ice type. For any Pokemon, actually, he's got pretty high physical defense. I'm gonna go for the Break. It's not gonna do the damage I want. He's gonna go for the Earthquake, gonna kill me quite easily. So next, I'm gonna go into my Pangoro. Gonna take the poison damage. I'm gonna go for the Power Punch. Sadly, I'm not gonna live for long after that Power Punch. That attack boost is not gonna help me all too much. Gonna go for the Hammer Arm. Missed, which was terrible. I really hated that moment. He's gonna start setting up on me. I guess he just assumed I wasn't gonna do anything to him. I'm gonna die from the poison damage. So next, I'm gonna go into my Greninja. Gonna get that poison again. Was really sad that I couldn't get rid of those. I'm gonna go for the Scald because Avalugg's special defense isn't that great, but sadly I don't get the damage that I want. So he's gonna kill me with the Earthquake. Next comes the hero of the game, Murkrow. I'm gonna Feather Dance him, kill his Avalanche. It's gonna bring it down to only doing about 58% to me. I'm gonna Roost, get rid of my flying typing, and get the health back. So his next Avalanche is only gonna do about 29. So you can see where this is going already. Another Feather Dance. His Avalanche is doing 27 with my flying typing. I go for another Roost, get my health back. His next Avalanche is gonna do 14%. Do I go for another? No, I think I go. Yeah, I predict the switch and go for a Calm Mind here. He switches to his Greninja. Well, actually, I don't know if I predicted or not. I think I was just gonna start to set up so I could start snarling. But he goes for the Calm Mind. I go for the Calm Mind. He goes for the Ice Beam. Does 53%, which is scurry, so scurry. I go for the Roost, get rid of my flying typing again. Take 22% from the Ice Beam. He switches, which. Probably not the best idea, because I think he could have killed me with Greninja there. Like, with residual... Yeah. But I go for the Feather Dance, he goes for the Sludge Bomb. Gets the does he get the... No, next turn I think he gets the poison off. I go for the Snarl, doesn't do nearly as much as I want. He goes for the Sludge Bomb, gets the poison off. Here's where I start to question his choices. I go for the Roost, and he goes for a Sleep Powder right after he poisons me. And you think, well, he probably just didn't notice. So I go for the Calm Mind, and he goes for Sleep Powder again. So, I'm kind of wondering, what's his game plan here? Is he stalling me? Like, I don't... He goes for another Sleep Powder. That's 3. I'm going for another Calm Mind. So he switches to the Avalugg. I go for the Roost, because I don't like being in the yellow. That's kind of dangerous territory. I go for the Feather Dance again, get that Avalanche down to a reasonable point. Next turn I'm gonna go for another Feather Dance. No, I go for the Roost. He goes for another Avalanche. I'm not Flying type. I'm taking 14% from that. Taking the poison damage though, so that's kind of got me in a bad place. I mean, it's not badly poisoned, so it's not that bad of a thing. I go for another Feather Dance, but he switches on that turn. So I go for the Roost, and lo and behold, he goes for another Sleep Powder. I assume that he just doesn't know that you can't stack statuses like that. So I go for the Calm Mind. He goes for a Giga Drain, which does 5% because of my resistance plus my stupid high special defense at this point. I think I go for another Calm Mind here. Yep, so I've got fully boosted Murkrow. Four times special attack, 4 times special defense. I go for the Roost here, get rid of my flying typing. His Avalanche is going to do diddly-da-da to me. Does 28%. So, next I'm just going to go for the Feather Dance, get his attack a little bit lower than it was. He goes for the Avalanche, does 27%. We're right back to the same song and dance. I go for the Roost again here, obviously. I'm in the red, freaking dangerous as hell. He goes for another Avalanche, takes me down to about 54%. I think I Roost again, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I go for another Roost here. He goes for another Avalanche, still sticking to the game plan here. What do I do at this point? I go for a Snarl, takes him down to 33%, and takes 65% of his health out just in one turn. So he goes with a Snarl. He goes for a Crunch, which was a terrible idea. That does 6%. I go for a Roost again. I think he was trying to get the defense lowering actually there. So he goes for another Avalanche, not doing anything to him, or not doing anything to my Murkrow. I go for a Snarl, kill his Avalugg. He brings out the Greninja next. I go for the Roost, predicting the Ice Beam, which probably the only thing he could have done there. He goes for the Ice Beam, gets a crit, which scared the hell out of me. So I go for the Roost, try to get out of that crit, try to get out of that terrible place that crit put me in. He goes for another Ice Beam, only does about 11% this time, because I'm roosted and I'm got super special defense. I go for another Roost, he goes for another Ice Beam. Next turn he's gonna go for the Ice Beam, I'm gonna go for the Snarl. Hit him, one shot, 100% in one turn. He switches out to his Venusaur, which I already know can't do anything to me. I Roost to get that damage away so that his Sludge Bomb can't kill me. And then I go for the Snarl once again, takes him down to 23%, takes out 54% of his health. He goes for a Sludge Bomb. Next turn I'm going to go for the Snarl, and that's going to be the game. Bop. Alright, so that's the battle. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That was my Murkrow in use. If you like Murkrow, you know the moveset. Not going to say the EV spread because it's actually kind of weird. I took a Little Cup build and just bumped the level up. I didn't change the stat spread at all. So for those of you that know how Little Cup build works, the stat spreads are actually usually pretty weird because of the I'm not going to explain Little Cup in this video, but yeah, this Murkrow is actually just a Little Cup Murkrow bumped up to level 100. So yeah, that's gonna be the battle. Let me know any other battles you want to see. I have Mono Dark for Gen 6, Mono Psychic, and Mono Fly. Whoa, hey, don't do that. Go away. I have Mono Dark, Mono Psychic, Mono Flying. The Mono Psychic and Mono Flying are in Gen 5. And I have my mixed teams, which are really fun battles. So let me know what you want to see, and I will see you guys later. Later days. Broken Note out.